From. I appreciate you and I welcome you to the program. Please like and share. Like and share the program as you join the platform. Like and share. Share to family and friends. Share to anybody that is close to you. Share to all your neighbors. Keep on sharing so that we can be able to get along.
Promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isob. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you. By the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for. In no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bige. He said,
thank you so much for joining wherever you are joining us from. I appreciate everybody that has connected to this very program today. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. Wherever you are watching us from, whichever part of the world you are watching us from, if you are watching from Biafra land, as always, my special thanks goes to you. Those that are watching from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. I appreciate every one of you that is connected to the program from Biafra land. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you that has connected to this program. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will strengthen you, give you the grace to continue to join and preach this gospel and fight until the last minute when we are going to get what we rightfully deserve. I welcome you all that have connected, any place you have connected from. If you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, whichever part of the world you have connected to this program, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. We have come once again, as we always do on this very platform, to encourage Biafrans across the world. Any place you are watching this program from and you are a Biafran, I appreciate you and I urge you to stand strong and stay firm. Please share the broadcast as you connect to this program. Share the broadcast to family and friends. Share the broadcast to those who are close to you. Share it so they can see it. Remember, we are still in the radical evangelism. No matter how they try to stop us, no matter how they try to hinder us, we will never ever go down and will not allow them to succeed. Today, as we come together today to talk once again and to look into the situation of things, we are gathering here once again to set the record straight as we have always done. Remember, this platform is a platform that belongs to the Biafra Republic of in Exile, the original IPOB, under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the supreme leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand, speaking the truth all the times and setting the record straight, and we will never stop doing that. Each time we come online here, what we do is to debunk every lie against us, against Biafrans, against our Prime Minister, and against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We make sure we tell the world our plight. We do not allow people to tell our story. We tell our own story and tell it exactly the way it is. That is what we do, and that is what we will continue to do. And we will continue to set the record straight. As we have come today once again, we are today going to discuss about the situation of things and how far we have gone. Every one of you have known that things are moving forward and moving faster than we expected. Things are moving faster than we expected. If you have participated in yesterday's State of the Nation broadcast from our Prime Minister, you will agree with me that things are no longer the same and will never ever be the same. Yesterday, our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in Exile made a State of the Nation broadcast, and in that State of the Nation broadcast, a lot of things were put on board. So many things were straightened up. So many roadmaps were mentioned. First of all, you can see the way our Prime Minister appreciated every Biafran. And I tell you, every Biafran all over the world will deserve appreciation, and more especially the Biafrans in Biafra land. And I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic yesterday appreciated every Biafran in Biafra land for their effort, for all they have been doing. They will never ever be neglected. And those of us who are outside Biafra land, we will continue to fight day in, day out to see that the truth come to light. We will continue to fight to see that real thing is done. No matter the obstacles, the hindrances, the barriers that we see every day, we will never be stopped. If they like, let them close our pages. If they like, them close our channels. If they like, let them hold us so that people cannot see our channel. It does not matter. Chukwu Okike Abiama by himself will continue to send this message across, and the world will continue to hear us. Our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic yesterday made it clear that since these people have refused to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that we are going to take this to another level. And I can bet you, our Prime Minister is not joking. Whatever he says, he's going to carry it out to the last. If you think he is joking, or you think he's trying to pet you, or you think he's playing around with words, he is not playing around with words. Every single statement you have from Moses Samaneba will be carried out. We already know that we are dealing with Pharaoh, a stubborn Pharaoh that will never let go. These people will never let go without a fight. And that is why every Biafra must rise up, any place you are, rise up to your feet, rise up to the occasion. We must continue to rise up to the occasion and make sure that we stand our ground. Just like our Supreme Leader Mazen Nankana have said, that consistency is the key. If you have never been consistent in what you are doing, this is the time to be consistent. This is the time to be consistent more than ever. We have to be consistent in every request we make, in every move we make, in anything we do, in our actions. We have to be consistent in our requests. There is one thing that bothers us in our heart. That thing that bothers us that we need is what? Freedom. Freedom is something that every one of us need, something that every one of us require, and we will continue to chase and pursue that freedom until we get it. We will continue to chase and pursue freedom until we get it. Today, it has become evidence that the actions we have been taking from the time Mazen Nandeka was kidnapped up to this day, those actions are very, very effective. One of the major actions is the civil disobedience that the Biafran people have decided to take upon. I will continue to remind you so that you don't get confused, so that they don't confuse you, to remind you that civil disobedience is your right, and it is the most peaceful and legitimate way to make your voice heard in a democratic way. The most democratic way and peaceful way to make your opinion heard, to make your voice heard, more especially when you are dealing with a tyrant. Civil disobedience becomes the only alternative. Generally approved. It is not a violent move. It is not a violent move. It's not a call for war. It is a way of showing your disapproval of whatever is happening against you. And that is the portion and part that the Biafra have chosen. As we chose that path, it is working for us. It is working. They try to use different kinds of blackmail to make sure that they stop that thing which is working. They use even people who claim to be IPOB, the fake IPOBs, who have been hiding under the name of command and control and with all kinds of oaths, not knowing that these people never meant well for us and they can. Some of them have been employed and bought over, and today that thing that is working, that thing today that is making the whole people, the whole world talk about Mazen Nandekan, they are fighting it. They are fighting it. And Biafran people are holding strong on that sit at home. Today, sit at home has done great. Sit at home have taken us to a level, unimaginable level. And we will continue to proceed. We will continue to go higher, higher, and higher on daily basis. It doesn't matter what the enemy wants to do. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. It doesn't matter what they think or what they don't think. What matters to us today is where we are and the progress we have made. And I can assure you that we have made tremendous progress and continue to make progress. We have made tremendous progress and continue to make progress. If you have not watched the State of the Nation broadcast of our Prime Minister, I am going to share it again on this platform after this broadcast. Let me tell you, every roadmap to Biafra has been drawn, and we will get into Biafra. I thank you that today we are speaking from the angle of strength, no more from the angle of weakness. We have been on the weak side for a very long time. We have been on complaint, on protest, on petitions for a very long time. Time has come when we have to take our destiny into our own hand, and that is what we are doing today. Our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government is leading us, taking our destiny into our own hand. And in taking our destiny into our own hand, every door that is locked will be opened. Every door that the enemy have locked against us will be blown open. That is exactly what our Prime Minister is doing. And if you have followed on the announcement yesterday, he has said it that we are stepping up the level. We are raising the bar. And on that raising the bar, we are going to raise the bar to the level of economic sanction. Economic sanction to the zoo in the Biafra territory. Every fund and revenue they generate from Biafra land, we are going to put a stop to it. We will bring it to zero. They will no longer generate fund from Biafra land, because we cannot continue to allow them to generate fund from our land, and again they use that fund to go and buy weapons against us. It is only a madman that will allow such to happen. We cannot continue to allow these people to perpetrate this evil against us, to continue to pursue evil agenda against us. We cannot allow it. It has happened for a very long time. They have done it for a very long time, perpetrating all manner of evil, pushing all manner of propaganda and blackmail against us. Even when they know that we are the fowl that lay the golden egg, yet we are not protected. Instead, they expose our life to danger. Instead, they go and employ mercenaries against us. Instead, they take all manner of steps to go against the people that Chukwuka have blessed. They are trying to make those who are kings to begin to live like slaves. And to the greatest surprise, some people in Biafra land have actually adapted to that slavery. And I can tell you that it is unacceptable for any Biafran to accept slavery. We are freeborn. The Biafrans are freeborn, and we know who we are. If there are people who can claim first-class citizens, it is the Biafran people. How dare you relegate them to the background, and you think they will keep quiet? We will never be silent, and we will walk out of the zoo, whether they like it or not. The economic sanctions that have just been mentioned by our Prime Minister will be implemented. It's not a joke. And as from last night of that broadcast, after that last night, a lot of things have been activated. A lot of things have been activated to stop the Zoroastrian Republic from collecting any tax in Biafra land, including every oil exploration. All the oil companies you see in Biafra land, they are going to get it hot because they are the ones sponsoring the criminality. They are the ones supporting the evil against the people. Is it not ironic that in a country, in the section where they generate all those funds, there is no federal government present in that area? Among all the funds that is being generated and everything, there is no federal government, even at a state, to let you know that they know what they are doing. They know what is right and they have refused to do it. Remember, the former Vice President, Yemi Osibanjo, there was a time he gave an order that every oil company must return to the base, return to wherever they are exploring oil and have their head office there, which is the right thing to do. That very announcement was made by Osibanjo, but what did you see? They overturned it. The late Muhammad Buhari and the imposter overturned it because they do not want anything that is going to favor people from Biafra land. We cannot continue to be in this very marginalization, in this very dehumanization, in this very loss of life, in this very mood of genocide. We cannot. That is why we are taking the bull by the horn. The federal government of Nigeria will hear from Biafran people henceforth. Everybody that is from the old southeastern region, the present south-south and the southeast with the lower Benue, if you fall within this area, you are a Biafran. Prepare for what is coming. We are going to defend our territory. And in defending our territory, every hand must be on deck. Every one of us have a role to play. We must begin to face reality. We all have a role to play to make sure that things get right. It is now time to back out. It is now time to sit in between the line. It is now time to say, I don't know whom to support, I don't know what to do. The direction of the Biafran Republic government in exile is clear. The direction that Prime Minister Mazi Samuel is leading us is clear. The direction of our Supreme Damazin Nandegam is very, very clear. So why are you doubting? What is your problem? What is your problem? And when you want to know those who are following the right path, that is why I say, do not relent in whatever you do. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to deceive you into believing falsehood. If you want to know the truth and those who are on the right path, all you got to do is to go and listen in the message of Mazi Nandekano. Go and listen. You're welcome, my beloved sister, Linda TV show. Thank you so much for joining. Go and listen to the message of Mazi Nandekano. You will hear what Mazi Nandekano said and how he described IPOB. That is why today we'll tell you that the original IPOB of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has come to stay. They have been recovered. And they have now gone so far and do many more. And today they are speaking as a government. The original IPOB of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today is speaking as a government. The government of Biafra Republic government in exile. Biafra Republic government in exile is the original IPOB of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which was established to give us Biafra. And today you can see their roadmap. You can see how everything is being geared and channeled at getting Biafra. And nothing will stop us from getting Biafra. Nothing. It doesn't matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter their blackmail. No matter how they push their propaganda and blackmail, they will never, ever, ever succeed. They will not succeed. Whatever blackmail and propaganda they're pushing is a waste of time. They will continue to deceive themselves and continue to waste their time. While they are busy deceiving themselves, we are busy making headways and waxing strong. And I tell you, wherever you are watching from, prepare yourself to go home. If you are not prepared, begin to pack your bag and baggages and prepare. We are going. Because the road is open. The door is wide open. It's left for you to walk through the door and get into Biafra. You don't pass through the window. For some of them who are trying to pass through the window, you see what they are doing. People who cannot be able to stand firm. They cannot be consistent in their demand. Every single way we have to make our demand, everything we need, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has spelled it out. He made it clear that he will never ever advise us or allow us to go and join the politician. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that he has nothing to do with any politician, regardless whom you think you are. He has no regard for you and wouldn't have anything to do with you. Because the politicians in Biafra land are the ones used to enslave the Biafran people. The slave master have continued to use the politicians in Biafra land to continue to enslave Biafrans. And we cannot continue to allow this to happen. It has happened for too long. They have perpetrated this evil for too long. And people continue to pretend as if they don't see what is going on. But in this generation of Biafra, in this era of our Prime Minister, Samaneka, every stone will be, no stone will be left unturned. We are going to turn every single stone. Just as Master Samaneka said that if it takes him to shake the devil, he will do so to make sure Biafra comes. The kind of commitment he's putting in with so many of us and the community of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there is nothing that will stop Biafra from coming in 2023. No matter the propaganda they can bring, no matter their blackmail, no matter whatever they are pushing forward to deceive and distract people, remain consistent. Don't allow anybody to blackmail you. Don't allow their emotional blackmail to get at you. And do not promote their evil. Don't make yourself available as an instrument of blackmail against the Biafran people. Some of us ignorantly make ourselves available. They will use you to blackmail IPOB. They will use you to blackmail Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They will use you to blackmail our Prime Minister, Samaneka. You must be careful what you do. You must be careful what you say. Do not make yourself available for this blackmail. Are they going to come with blackmail? They will come with a whole lot of blackmail. After last night's program, after last night's broadcast of our Prime Minister, I know they will go back and begin to plan what they will do. But no matter what they plan, we are 1,000 miles ahead of them. We are 1,000 miles ahead of them. A lot of strategies to get Biafra. That is why our Prime Minister will boldly come and tell you what he's going to do the next, and he will follow it up. Remember, our Prime Minister made it clear that 2 weeks lockdown is coming. 2 weeks lockdown is coming, and it's going to start on the 30th of this month. 30th of July. From 30th of July going, there will be a lockdown of 2 weeks. And within that time, a lot of things will be enforced. Dear friends, prepare yourself. We are getting into a very tough side. We are getting into a very tough period. This is the time to test your mental toughness. This is time to test if you really, genuinely can stand the mental toughness. As for going home, we have already proved that we are ready to go. We have already proven through the sit at home, the 7 days sit at home that was conducted, we, the Biafran people, have proven that yes, we are ready to go. But another question is, do you have the mental toughness to face what is coming? We are entering into another stage. Could you answer that question? The stage we are entering now is a time when the enemy is going to unleash more mayhem. But I tell you, all you got to do is to remain consistent, follow instructions, and you'll be safe. As long as you obey instructions, you will definitely be safe. You'll be safe. The enemy of Biafran people are not stopping. They are trying to get different strategies to penetrate, different kinds of strategies, and they use different all manner of lies and propaganda. But I tell you, we will never allow their propaganda to get at us. We will not allow their propaganda to get at us. That is one thing we must not allow. Anyhow they try, do not allow them to succeed. Excuse me. Do not allow them to succeed. We are in a very terrible time. Prepare yourself. It is no longer a joke. It is no longer a joke. Let me tell you, we are speeding up. Biafra is drawing near every day. And when you hear our Prime Minister say, I know when Biafra will come, now I begin to see it. I begin to see it. So if you are not following up, it is up to you. If you are not keying into what is happening, it is up to you. If you carelessly let yourself loose and the enemy takes you out, you'll be responsible for what will happen to you. Whatever thing you do carelessly, you are going to answer for yourself. Every one of us will answer for him or herself. Nobody's going to answer for you. Nobody anywhere is going to answer for you. You will answer for yourself. And that is why every one of us have to sit up. Sit up. Sit up and do what you are supposed to do. Stop listening to gossip, propaganda, right, left, and center. The best thing to do for yourself now is to follow the right procedure, do the right thing, and look towards the right direction. The right direction is to obey the Biafra Republic government in exile. Obey every word that our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile have said, because he has the key to Biafra. He has the key to Biafra. You can hate him, you can like him, you can say anything about him, but I tell you, he is equal to the task, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. If you cannot match the speed, no problem. We'll see you then. Wherever you are watching this program from. Please, I urge you to share, like, and share, so that we can reach out to other people. We are going home. The difficulties you are seeing today will not be forever. The attacks you are seeing today cannot last forever. In a short while, it will be no more. It will be no more. Today, when you look at the social media and then you see their blackmail, when you see them the way they are attacking our Prime Minister, you'll be wondering. You'll be wondering, why this man? Why this man? And you see the man, this is the person they say that he's nobody. They call him a miscreant. They say that little one in Finland, that boy in Finland. Today, that boy in Finland is given a sleepless night. And they will never recover until Biafra is let go. Until Biafra get their independence, Nigerian government will never ever recover. They will not. We are going to match them word to word. We are going to match them action to action. And it is already happening. It is already happening. Biafran territory will be secured. It will be absolutely locked down and secured. No matter any amount of imposters, blackmailers they employ, they will never succeed. You have already seen how we engage them in all their blackmail. Every blackmail they throw against Biafrans, we tear it into pieces and we decimate it. Every blackmail they throw against our Prime Minister, we tear it into pieces and we decimate it. They can never ever rise or succeed in any way with their blackmail and propaganda. They cannot. We know what we want, and we continue to pursue what we want in a legitimate way. And I can tell you, every single step we are taking today is legitimate. That is why you see our Prime Minister can make bold and tell you what he's going to do, and he go forward and do it. And don't forget, our Prime Minister is a lawyer, so he knows the law. He's also a politician, so he knows the game. You see why I tell you that you should be happy for the person who is in charge today. If only we can support him. If only we can listen to him. If only we can draw close and do what we are supposed to do. Biafra will definitely come. In a shortest time. In a shortest time. You don't need to stress yourself about it. You don't need to. All you need to do is just to believe. Believe that it's going to happen, and it will happen before your own very eyes. You'll be surprised how it happens. You will be surprised how it happens. Wherever you are watching us from, prepare for what is coming. Our Prime Minister have already drawn the line how it's going to be. There is nothing that is going to happen today that will take you unaware. Nothing that will happen today, you say, oh, I didn't know. I was taken unaware. No, nothing. Because we are aware. We were told. We were prepared for today. Everything that happened, we are prepared. Mazen Nandekam, the Supreme Leader of IPOB, prepared us. And one of the most important things that he did was to make sure that he captured the social media and hand the social media over to the Biafran people. I can bet you that today, the social media is in the hand of Biafran people. And there's nothing, both the ones who pretend to be Biafran, those who are not pretend to be Biafran. But there's never a time you go to social media and you scroll and you don't see Biafrans there. You know, initially in 1967, we were blockaded. In 1967, our information could not go out. There was a total blockade and shutdown in Biafra land. So people in the outside world did not know what was happening in Biafra land. Only few people were able to have the knowledge. And before they could be able to know, it was too late already. But in this era, we have succeeded in taking over the social media, and there is nobody that is present today on the planet Earth that will say he doesn't know about the Biafran issue. The Biafran problem today is a matter that must be settled. We have waited for too long for the United Nations. We have waited for other organizations to do the needful. Since they have refused and they have told us to fight for our freedom, we are going to do that. We will fight for our freedom and we will get it. We cannot be distracted. No amount of blackmail or propaganda can make us to deviate from what we are doing and do something different. It will not happen. It will never happen. They are going to try to confuse us. They are going to try to come in between us. They are going to try to push all manner of propaganda and blackmail. They are going to make you feel unsafe among your brother. But in all of this, we must stand firm. We must stand firm. Every one of us know the real enemy. We are focused on the real enemy. Even when they have succeeded in buying some people, see yet, we know whom they are and they cannot hide. That is one of the strong measures that the Biafra Republic that through our Prime Minister is making. That whenever we see those moles, we cannot allow them to live till the next day. No. And a lot of them have been taken out, and we will continue to take them out until we get into Biafra. Biafra's mandate is a mandate that we must all protect. Every one of us must protect Biafra, because that is the last hope of ordinary man. The last hope of ordinary man. And today, I am calling on you. If you have not joined the IPOB yet, please, this is the time. The original IPOB have been recovered by our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic. Today, they are the one cutting the short in everything. And you see, if you believe and trust in them, if you want your freedom, all you got to do is to play your own role. Play your own role. By the time you play your own role, you'll be surprised what will happen. You'll be surprised. You wouldn't even know how, you didn't know how you arrived where you arrived. So I beg you in the name of Chukwu Karima, no matter what happens, never give up. No matter what happens, no matter what the enemy says, never give up. Continue to remain consistent in your word. Consistency is the key and will remain the key. If you are consistent, you have nothing to worry about. Victory will definitely come when it will come. Success will definitely come when it will come. No man born of a woman can stop it. Even when they try, they can only try. But as long as you have your faith and trust in Chukwukema and your hands is clean, you will definitely overcome them. Just like as we are defeating them today in the struggle. In this Biafran restoration, we are defeating the Janjaweed. In all their plans, all their strategy, every way they passed before they got there, we are already there. They can't control it anymore. That's why you see them today crying right, left, and center. Any place you go, they are crying. Go to the conventional media, they are crying and complaining and shouting. Some of them will begin to make up stories. They will make up stories. Even when a newspaper in that very zoo have already told them that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land, yet they are parading that narratives. Two contradicting things in the contraption. They are still pushing the narrative that they are paymaster. Meanwhile, those who are neutral and sincere, those who are sincere, have publishing what they have seen. But when they want to go to their TV stations and all those their useless media, they will go there and begin to perpetrate evil and lies. The time has come for us to redeem ourselves. The time for us to walk into our nation is now. No amount of blackmail, propaganda, or deception will stop us. None. Biafra has come to stay. It is either Biafra or nothing. We cannot accept anything apart from Biafra. We cannot. No matter what you present to us, we will never accept any other thing apart from Biafra. Just like Mazi Nnamdi said, if you want to bargain with us, how are you going to settle for more than 5 million that we have lost and continue to lose? How will you settle that? If you are genuine and sincere to yourself, tell me, how are you going to settle that? The only way to appease the Biafran people is to conduct referendum. Conduct referendum, you never can tell. Even if we lose referendum, no problem, we'll be with you. Conduct a referendum. That is what we're asking. Why is it so difficult for you to conduct a referendum in the Biafran land? To allow the people to make their choice and decide what they want, decide their fate, not someone somewhere sitting down and trying to impose himself on the people, which is already the political system in Nigeria. The political system is about people imposing themselves on the others. Look at their drug baron they call the president. You saw how he imposed himself. He imposed himself on everybody in Biafra land, everybody in that Zuluka Republic. He imposed himself against them. And he thinks that is the best life. Your tyranny can never succeed. Your tyranny will only destroy you. Your tyranny will only make you look irresponsible, which you are. But for us Biafrans, we are building a home. We are building a home, and in that home, every hand must join and come into it. We will have our own nation. We will have our own, everything that we had. And by the way, we had all this in the past. Biafra has been a nation that existed. Biafra existed. They had everything that makes up a nation. They have it. And I can tell you the human capital of Biafra people is huge. The human capital is huge. It is not we that created ourselves as Biafran. Chukwuka created us, and he knows the reason why he created us. And I believe that one of the reasons he created us was because of what you are saying today. For redemption of the black race, for redemption of Africa. We need redemption. And only Chukwuka can give us truthful, sincere, and absolute redemption. No man can do that for us. If you continue to hope on men, they will disappoint you, and disappoint you again. Wherever you are watching me from, I beg you in the name of Chukwuka, let us support our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We must weigh our support. We must give our support to him. We must give our support to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Throw our weight behind him. This is something we must do. No matter what anybody thinks, no matter what they say, we must throw our weight behind our Prime Minister so that we can be able to succeed on this very thing that we are seeing. They are going to throw a lot of missiles. They are going to throw a lot of attack. They are going to bring out a lot of propaganda, some that you have not seen yet. Propagandas are going to be flying, going forward, seeing that we are making progress. That has always been their template. Each time we make progress, they begin to create one thing or the other against themselves. Each time we make progress, they begin to run helter-skelter. But I can tell you, our Prime Minister nailed them with the broadcast he made yesterday. And you that is watching from across the world, if you're not a Biafran, you're watching. All you need to do is to pay attention and look critically, and you'll see those who are responsible for what is happening in Biafra land. They can't hide anymore. Our Prime Minister has been vindicated, as always. Each time they bring their propaganda, the same people who push their propaganda, Chukwu Okeme will use one person among them to redeem and to speak up for the Biafran people. We have always conquered them. We have always overtaken them. We have always overcome them. And we will never allow them to succeed in any plan they had against us. We will not allow them. The grace of Chukwu Okeme is upon us. We are his own children, chosen one. There's no way we will allow an uncircumcised Philistine to come and take over our land or to come and direct us on what to do. We will not. We will not. The blessings of Chukwu Okeme make us rich and added no sorrow. He has given us that blessing, and the Satan is trying to put sorrow in that wealth that he has given us, and we'll say no to that. Every Biafran must rise. You must rise. Prepare yourself now and support the Biafra Republic of Israel. They need your support now more than ever. They need your support. Support our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Israel, Mazi Samanekpa. Support him with your mind, with your strength. Anything you have, support him. Because he deserves it. Time has come when we have to speak from the angle of authority. And that angle is where we are today. We have people who claim to be lawmakers. We have them in the Senate. We have them in the House Assembly. These are people who claim to be Biafra. But I doubt if their DNA is really Biafra. Because anybody that has a DNA of Biafra, it doesn't matter how he or she pretend, he or she will definitely adopt to Biafra. They don't fight against Biafra. Biafra is the only hope of man in Africa. And that is why the enemy is fighting tooth and nail. And I tell you, we are going to win them. Don't be scared. We shall win. No matter how long it takes, no matter how dangerous it becomes, no matter what you see, remain focused. And as I have said before in my previous program, be very careful the videos you share and listen to. Anything that does not emanate from our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Israel, Mazi Samanekpa, it doesn't exist. Anything that has to do with this struggle, and you didn't hear it from the autopiloted platform, the Biafra Republic of Exile platforms, you don't hear it there. It doesn't exist. Wait until you hear from my Prime Minister before you reach a conclusion. Don't go and begin to promote blackmail. Don't join the enemy and continue to promote blackmail. You must remain in your own path. All we have to do is to follow the timing, be careful, and we're good to go. My fellow Biafran that is watching far and wide, I appreciate every single one of you who gave me time this very morning to speak to you. I say, may Chukwu Okeme guide and protect you. I will come back again in the evening by the special grace of Chukwu Okeme to dissect on certain issues again on my page on Facebook. If you are not following that page, kindly follow the page. Follow my page, King David Exploit Expose, and also follow Chooks for Survivor page on Facebook. It is our duty to send out this message out, and I am doing my very best to make sure I send the message out to people who need to hear it. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect every Biafran wherever they are on the planet Earth. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect our Eastern Security Network, the Biafran Liberation Army, the BNL and the leader. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect all our media warriors. Guide and protect the Umuada. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect the Umuada in what they are doing. Guide and protect the Umuada for all their effort, more especially on their leader, Honorable Azuka Charles Wonkwo. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect her, our defense minister. May Chukwu Okeme guide and protect you, direct you aright. We will definitely overcome them. No matter the missile they throw at us, no matter the weapon of their warfare, we will defeat them hands down. I believe it, I know it, and I know this that is going to happen. May Chukwu Okeme continue to guide and protect our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Samanekpa. May Chukwu Okeme show him mercy, show him grace, strengthen him, build a wall around him that no enemy shall penetrate. May Chukwu come again and protect all the members of the cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in exile, wherever they are. May Chukwu come again and protect every member of Biafra Republic Government in exile, secure them and keep them safe. Master Simon Epa, may Chukwu come and be with you, guide you, protect you, secure you, give you grace to continue to lead until the last minute. May Chukwu come again and protect our supreme leader, wherever he is. We commit him into the hand of Chukwu for divine grace, for divine favor. May he live long. We will celebrate him in our own lifetime, and no weapon formed of against him shall prosper. No weapon formed of against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed of against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed of against our Supreme Leader shall prosper. Thank you so much for listening so far. I appreciate every one of you that have been patient with me up to this time. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of God. Bye.